So, if you ever wanted to be the 6-gun wielding cowboy riding out at high noon, well, I think this might be the blaster for you. Hi guys, Hans Armory here, and today we're finally taking a look at my MHP Magpie. This is a 6-round revolver Flywheel of the World pistol from Mr. Heathpants. This is the first of his blasters I've built or reviewed, so I don't really have much experience with things like the Pigeon or his original MHP, which was I think maybe the first magazine and grip Nerf blaster we got that ran off a strife cage and is pretty cool. But that being said, this is his Revolver addition to the community, and I really like this blaster, and kind of from the moment I saw it, I knew I wanted to build one. Just because it has that really cool like sci-fi revolver, like Destiny hand cannon feel, and I'm just going to say it doesn't disappoint even once you have it built. Like I said, it is a Flywheel of the World system, so I'm running it on a 3S battery with some Honey Badgers and some of the Moon Knight wheels. I will of course put links to probably Out of Darts, where you can get the supplies for this build, as well as links to the Thingiverse page of this blaster and his Etsy page, where he has a different version of this blaster posted. This is the original one with the side fold-out cylinder. I do have it set up as a drop cylinder. It is a 6-shot revolver, though on his Etsy page for I think like $5 or $6, he has a version that is a break action revolver. So if you like that Webley, World War British officer era feel better, there's that option for you. I really like this version, so I'm gonna be sticking with it. Just as an overview, I've got his regular grip on here. Adrian did design a replacement grip that's got a very different, I think it's called a bird's head grip. It's got a rounder bottom. That looks really good, but it's a little bulky in the hand, and I thought this was more comfortable, so I stuck with this. Other than that, it's a pretty standard, so it is a pretty standard Magpie. I do have the long barrel on this. There's a short one that I think comes out to about here, and then a medium one, which kind of splits the difference. And I've been working on this blaster so long, when I started it and when I printed the majority of the parts, the medium barrel didn't exist. So I had a whole debate between the short and the long barrel, and I decided on the hand cannon here, so I went with the long barrel. And honestly, I probably wouldn't change that decision even with the third option. But that being said, I have been working on this blaster for 3 or 4 months. And it wasn't until a couple days ago I was trying to tweak it, because I've really been wanting to do a review on it, because it is a really cool blaster. I finally got it to work reliably, and crossing my fingers, yeah, it's not the most reliable thing ever, and I think that's just due to how compact the mechanism is, and the fact that this is a pretty free floating cylinder that rotates on a little, I'm not going to show you on there, but there's a little hand that comes up on these sprocket gears and pushes it, and then a combination between the pusher and an actual lug on the trigger locks the cylinder in place. And the timings on those mechanisms are a little tricky to get perfect. Now of course sometimes, like that, it works just fine. Other times, like the previous moment when I tried to fire off the cylinder, it doesn't. I have noticed that on a shorter, more snappy trigger pull, it works better, though with a flywheel system you kind of want to give it that second to rev so you get more power. That's not reliable for me. I have found just pulling the hammer which of course is the part that actually actuates the entire mechanism. Basically it works where the trigger pushes on a lever on the hammer, which rotates the hammer, and all the mechanisms are connected to it. So just by doing that, just by fanning the hammer, you can fire the blaster. And I do find that more reliable, so I think my personal timing issues are based off of the lug that pops out of the trigger. But I've done a lot of work trying to sort out this mechanism, and this is the best I've gotten it. And I'm really bummed I can't say this is an amazing sidearm or this is a really easy to build blaster, because it's so cool. I'm sadly stuck in this place of, it's a really cool blaster, and yes, I'm gonna run it at wars. Maybe I'll run it at an HVZ if I'm feeling lucky. And it's just cool, and if I ever get to play any sort of Western or even like post-apocalyptic LARP, I would love to take this to those games, because I think it has a great value in those kinds of games, given how slim it is relative to a lot of other options like the hammer shot, or even things with like the Viper Mark II that are bulkier, magazine fed. This is a very Svelt design, but it's just a little unreliable for me, and it's just a little too intricate to be a go-to for me. Now, I've seen a lot of other reviews that just praise this blaster and they have no problems, but I printed and built this one myself, so the only person I really have to blame is me and my execution of the design, and frankly, I'm falling a little short. So, that being said, I know Mr. Heathpants is releasing a updated set of files soon, and when that happens, I will be trying to upgrade and fix my Magpie with those files. When I do, I'll do another review on it to see if it fixed any of the problems I have, though I don't know. I know he's reworked the pusher in specifically, which I did have some problems with the pusher binding, so I'm not sure what that's gonna do. And if that video is already out, I'll put a link in the card and in the description so that you can get those answers on whether those fixes helped. That being said, I do know Mr. Heathpants does a lot of R&D on all of his designs, so I don't doubt that this can be a reliable blaster, and it can't be a great blaster. Mine just has problems. I'm not giving up on this blaster. I really like it, and I really, really wish I could give it a completely positive review, but I've had so many problems with the build that I can't. And so, look out for the update video. I will be linking links to everything for this blaster, both the Thingiverse with this file set and the alternate file set on his Etsy page down in the description. Let me know if you have a Magpie and you have any ideas of how I might be able to help with this. I feel like I've tried everything. If you completely disagree, if you think this is a perfect blaster, super reliable, whatever, let me know in the comments. I would really like to hear other people's experiences with this blaster, because I really wish I could give it a better review, because it is so cool. So, that being said, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't, go check out my Instagram page. I'm posting updates on my other projects all the time, even some footage of this online HVZ game I found and that I'm a part of. So, if you want more content from me, check out my Instagram, and please, don't forget to subscribe. You'll see more videos from me. Usually they're more upbeat and more positive than this review. So, thank you so much for watching.